Hello,
Hey, good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm pretty fine. Thank you for asking. Where do you live?
That's good. Well, I live in Portugal, but I'm from United States.
Oh, cool.
Where do you live?
I'm living in Turkey, but I was born in Germany. I was raised there.
Okay, so you're German. So,
I'm
yes,
mixed actually because
a
my mom
mix.
is German, my dad is Turkish. Yeah, I'm
hmm
I'm both.
Okay, you're both.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you speak fluent Turkish?
Yes.
Yes. Fluent Germany? Excuse me, fluent German?
Yes, both of them.
Okay. Which language are you better at?
Which language what?
Which language are you better at?
Um okay, good question. I think again both.
Okay, both. So
Yes.
you've been speaking both languages since you were a child.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay. Do your parents live in Turkey now too?
My parents are live in Germany. I'm studying nursing here in
Okay.
university, but after university, I think that I will go back to my country.
Okay, okay. So which country do you feel more at home in Turkey or in Germany?
I think Germany.
Okay. Because you were born there, that's why,
Yeah,
right?
that's why
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
So, what's the thing that you missed most about Germany?
My childhood, because I've been living in Turkey for 8 years. That's why I miss my childhood, my friends, which I got
Uh-huh.
from primary school, kindergarten, or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But every holiday I visit my parents.
Okay. So, why did you decide to go to nursing school in Turkey?
Well, this question is very popular because every tutors that I had conversation, they ask me that question. Because
Uh-huh.
in 2006, my grandmother's husband died. That's why
Mm-hmm.
she started to live alone, and she couldn't do it. That's
Okay.
why I turned back to Turkey, and I started to
Mm-hmm.
live with her. Yeah, and I got used to in Turkish culture.
Okay. So you stayed there. Okay.
Yes, yes. By the
What
way,
yes.
before we go on, I mean, I will let you know about something.
Uh-huh.
I have a YouTube channel, and I am a YouTuber as well. And
Okay.
in this channel, I shared my Cambly session for people, just encourage them to speak in English because I'm also Cambly ambassador in Turkey, and Cambly makes really good advertisement in our country. If you
Okay.
don't mind, I will share this video for my YouTube channel.
Okay, that's fine. Yes.
And I prepared some question in my
Okay.
computer. If you
Sure.
don't mind, I want to ask those questions, and I want you to give some example of like what does that mean actually in a daily language.
Okay, sure.
Okay, first question is I think it's very popular, and I heard that question in Netflix very
hmm
much. What do you do?
What do you do? Okay, so I want to explain this question because there is a difference, and I'm going to write two questions on the board. Okay.
Okay.
What do you do? And what are you doing? Those
Yes.
questions are not the same. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when we say, what do you do? We're asking about work.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you do? So if you don't work, then you'll say, I don't work right now. I'm looking for a job. Or if you're in school, you'll say, I'm going to university. So it has to do it's about your career. So if
Mm-hmm.
you're working, you'll say, well, I'm a nurse. What do you do? Oh, I'm a nurse. I work at the hospital. Okay. What are you doing is about right now. So if I say to you, Omar, what are
Uh-huh.
you doing? Then you'll say, what?
I'm studying English right
Uh,
now.
Yes, right now I'm speaking with Candace. We're
Yes.
having a conversation. I'm eating a hamburger or
Which is my favorite.
Yes. So those two questions are often confused, but they don't mean the same thing. So you have to listen very well.
Okay,
What's
I
your
got
next?
the differences between them. Okay. Okay. The second question is, how is blank treating you? For example, my example is, how is summer treating you?
Okay, this is an expression.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna write the question that you asked on the board too.
Okay.
How is summer treating you? And then this is a very good question. Well, and I didn't write the end of treating you. Okay. There. Okay. This is a very good question. This is an expression. It doesn't make sense if you try to translate it into your own language, because usually the word like summer is not a person. So, okay. So how is summer treating you? That means, are you having a good summer? That's what that means. Okay. So you would answer that question by saying, oh, everything seems pretty good, or it's too hot, I can't take it. Okay. So you would answer that question that way. You can take any noun and put it in that place. How is your job treating you? How is winter treating you?
Can I use like name? Like, how is Cindy treating you?
Yes, and that's more of a correct way to use it. The other way, putting a noun in that place, is more expression. Okay, because to treat someone has to come from a person. I treat you bad, I treat you well. Okay, so how is Cindy treating you? Cindy is very good to me. She cooks for me every night. She cleans my house. Cindy's very good to me. A person can treat another person well or badly. Okay?
Okay.
But Summer can't. So because we're using a noun, that means it's only an expression. It's an idiom.
Summer isn't a person. That's why.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. My third question is, what have you been up to?
Okay, good question. What have you been up to? Now, if I were to ask you that question, what would you say?
For a person?
Yeah, to me. What would you say to me? What have you been up to, Omar?
I would say everything has its steps. It's fine, or something.
Okay, here's how you would answer this question. What I want to know is, since the last time you and I have spoken, what have you been doing? Okay. Anything new, anything old? So if I say, what have you been up to? You would say, well, I've been studying for this very important test at university, and I haven't really been doing much else because the test has me very busy. Or, well, I've been going out a lot with my friends. So you'll talk about things that you've been doing a lot since the last time you and I have spoken. Okay.
In a current situation.
Yes, I can add to the end of that question. What have you been up to since this morning?
Specific time.
Yes, you can add a specific time, since, and then a specific time. So what if I said to you, what have you been up to since last weekend? What would you say?
I've been studying Spanish with my friend.
Okay, very good. So yes, that's how you can use that question, and that's very common.
Is it common, by the way?
Very, very common.
Okay.
So there are different ways to ask, how are you? Okay. How are you? What have you been up to?
Or like, what's up?
What's up is, yes. How's it going?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Those are different ways to ask how a person is.
Which
so that's
one is
of them.
formal one?
How are you is formal. Okay.
Okay. The other ones are informal.
The other ones are a little bit more informal. There's a slight difference sometimes between the UK and the United States. The UK tends to be very formal with how do you do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In the United States, we understand that. We will answer to that, but we don't usually say it. Okay. We usually say, how are you? Or how are you doing? And how are you doing is more an American expression. UK doesn't usually say, how are you doing? They'll say, how do you do?
Okay, I see. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is any updates since we last saw each other. I think this one is same with, what have you been up to, right?
Slightly. One moment.
Okay.
This means that the last time you and I saw each other, we discussed something that we need to talk about again later. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is, you would probably use this in the workplace. If it's not the workplace, it may be you're discussing an issue with someone that the two of you are going to take care of together. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
If you and I are at work or at school and working on a project together, then both of us agree to do something. And then I come to you. So are there any updates since the last time? Yeah, I spoke to so-and-so. They gave me this information. Now I don't know what to do next. Okay. So that's how you'll answer that question.
Okay. It sounds similar.
Yeah, sounds
with the other
similar.
one. Yeah.
This one is more business. The other one is more friendly.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yes.
very easy. And the last one is, I think, a phrasal verb. I'm not pretty sure, but what a coincidence.
Okay, this is not a phrasal verb. This is more an expression.
Expression.
Do you know what the word coincidence means?
No.
Okay, so in order to understand that, we need to understand the word coincidence. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you and I meet for the first time today.
Yes.
Okay, so you and I meet for the first time today. You know what I look like. I know what you look like. Tomorrow, I go to a cafe and I see you. What a coincidence. I met you yesterday.
Like surprising?
Yes. Something you did not plan, but it happened. Okay, so it just so happened we met yesterday and now you and I are in the same cafe. Wow, what a coincidence.
Is it like it's a small world?
It's a small world. Yes. Something a coincidence is something that happens at the same time, but it's not planned.
Okay, like randomly.
Randomly, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
I heard that in film, in a movie.
Yeah? And what was happening in the movie that you were watching?
Yeah, I think I saw a girl and she saw her old boyfriend in a swimming pool, and she was saying like, what a coincidence, what are you doing here, or something. It was a really crazy scene.
Yeah, she didn't expect him to be in the same place.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what that means. Okay. Yeah. Very good. Now, was that the last one or did you have more?
Sorry, please?
Was that the last question or did you have more?
Yeah, it was all from me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I see you have 42 minutes left. I didn't know if you were using all of your time or
no, just 15 or 16. I'm not sure. Is it finished or not?
Okay. It's up to you. I'm here. If you want to continue, we can continue.
Yeah, it was a really good conversation. How can I, have a reservation?
You can. Let me see.
Okay.
I'm not always on Cambly, but if you tell me when you want to come on Cambly, I can make a reservation for you.
Okay. Can I see your schedule? If you have.
You can see my schedule. Like I said, I didn't put my schedule up because I come on randomly. Okay.
Okay, I can send a message for you if you like.
Send a message to me. Let me know, like, for instance, say, hey, Candace, I want to be on Cambly on Wednesday night. And then if I'm free on Wednesday night, then I'll say, hey, sure. And I'll send you a message back saying, okay, I have an hour available for you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
It was really
because
good.
I teach with other places. I'm not always on. So send me a message and then I'll make time for you.
Okay. I'm gonna send you a private message then. Thank you for your help. It was really good.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful evening. Okay.
Thank you. Take care and see you
too.
back.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.